Alright, good morning. Oh man, that's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. That didn't come. Waiting for airspace. I'm really excited for Gray Zone Warfare. I can't wait for it to be released. I'm pretty over Tarkov. Like, I'm ready to move on to something else. So much bullshit. I just posted a reposted something that Trey tweeted. There's a guy who turned in collector and got a back in there, and it refused to give him his kappa. It won't give him his kappa. And BSG like help or whatever, you send them a ticket, they're just like, sucks to suck. Like, I would uninstall and never support them ever again. Like, no way. It's fucking stupid. That it's a commitment to get Kappa, and it's not an easy commitment. That's just fucked up. It shows that they don't care about their player base, which we already kind of knew. We already kind of knew that they could care less about their player base. Oh shit. So I really am looking for something to replace this game. I'm over it for the most part. And in that situation, like, there's nothing that the guy could have done. Like, it's not his fault that the game is broken and he got a back-end error. It's VSG's fault, and they should rectify it. And the fact that they refuse to is just fucked up. And shows that they don't care about their players. All they care about is getting more money so they can continue development. Fuck off. It's been years and like the game just gets worse and worse and worse. Yeah, they put some cool shit in the game, but like the way that the game is played just keeps getting worse. And when your survival rate is 50% because you run into cheaters half your fucking raids, it's stupid, dude. Like it's a shitty fucking joke this game is now. I mean, great idea, terrible execution. Jesus. But really the worst part about it all is that they don't seem to be trying to fix it, and they don't care that it affects the player base and that people stop playing, because the cheaters continue to buy accounts every time they ban them, and that's all that matters to them. How's it going, Face? How have you been, bud? It's 8 p.m. for you. Where the fuck are you at? the other side of the world. What are you doing over there?
Ну, начало дня уже неплохое.
Why are these kids downstairs screaming? I was in Japan, now China. That's exciting. How is it? You enjoying yourself? It's very different, I imagine. China. Thought the air would be congested, but it's pretty clean. Yeah, they modernized a long time ago. I'm sure it's great to visit. I wouldn't want to live there though. I don't trust their government any further than I can throw them. Kind of like my government. I don't trust them. I don't think that my best interest is in their minds. They just want to exploit you for your tax monies. Literally cameras facing upwards so people don't litter from above. Not one speck of litter. Yeah, that's because they'll cut their fucking hands off. They're Hammurabiing motherfuckers over there. Stop it. No, but actually, like the part of it has to do with culture. Part of it has to do with what people eat that makes them subservient, like quite literally. People who have higher amounts of estrogen in their bodies are generally more subservient and willing to listen to something that's bigger than them. Soy really releases estrogen. It's an estrogenic plant. It's in everything that they eat over there. Which makes the people, the men especially, more subservient. Right below me is a mini park like the place in New York City with the ponds and the lily pads and dragon statues instead of homeless bums and hot dog stands. I mean, fair enough. I haven't been to New York in years now. There weren't a lot of homeless when I was there. Like I didn't see a whole lot. Granted, I was in Times Square. What's the fucking park? That park, the giant square park that they have. I don't know what it's called. I'm kind of dumb. I didn't see any homeless people. But there's a lot of homeless people in that forest park in the middle of the city, really. I mean, I imagine there are now, for sure. You did see a lot of Pikachu. Oh man, I've been playing the fuck out of Arceus. I want this game to drop already. So I'm 2 Pokemon away from capturing all of the Pokemon in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Um, I'm really excited to see what I get at the end because I haven't like spoiled it for myself yet. Uh, I need a Spiritomb and I need a Rampardos. Those are the last two that I need to capture. So right now, no, this one didn't have bad reviews. This one's really good. Olden days Pokemon? No. No, it's on Wii. Switch, sorry. Switch. Yeah. It's not on PC though. No.
For better
This
and
one.
for worse, Pokemon Legends Arceus is at last the reinvented Pokemon that fans have demanded for years.
It's so
Developer
good.
Game Freak has scrapped nearly everything I've come to expect from a Pokemon RPG, rethinking even its most basic systems from the ground up, and blending a fair amount of action into its turn-based gameplay. A lot of this transformation pays off, and that we get to interact with creatures that have never felt more alive and more dynamic ways.
I don't know. Whenever it came, I pre-ordered it before it came out. So since the day I got it, who knew you played Pokemon? Oh, dude, I used to love those fucking games. We had them all on Game Boy. I probably got 2,000 hours in fucking Pokemon. Arceus, I think I've got 200 to 300 hours in it. Yeah, but it's all RNG. There are no other players you got to deal with, no cheaters. It's fucking great. Um, but yeah, this one's really good.
But Pokemon's evolution is not yet.
Yo, you can like sneak through grass and throw Pokeballs to catch Pokemon without even battling them. You don't like. You run into wild Pokemon, but you don't go into that screen. You can literally just run away from it. It's every. What do you mean in years? It's been 2 years, I think. I don't play it every day. There are some months where I don't go. Like I'll go months and not play it. 2022. So yeah, 2 years. No, I haven't. You think Pal World is that game, right? Pal World is supposed to be like this, but with guns, right?
Complete, because the semi-open
It's so good. You can't. It's a good game.
Can't take a rocket to the bare chest.
Let's see. We are very close.
So try our garlic epic stuffed crust pizza.
No, I don't keep track of them like that. They're Pokemon vending machines. Yeah, I can see that. Also, the numbers have changed. So like Arceus has a different numbering system than the standard Pokemon games, than the original ones.
Right here is going to be another Gray Zone Warfare video. We have a few updates that I wanted to share with y'all today in regards to the playtest and overall development of Gray Zone Warfare. So on my previous video, I did some calculated speculation on the release dates of the playtest and the early access and kind of drew up a timeline in my head about when these things were going to take place.
From Bulbasaur to Mew. Gotcha. That's I wish they would stop changing the fucking bullets, dude. Stupid. Like, I can buy M62, but I can't buy M80. What? I want to run M80 because it doesn't have the tracer, but it's literally a worse bullet. I don't understand. How do you feel about Tarkov adding microtransactions? Yeah, no, I won't play the game. I'll uninstall it. If they add any kind of microtransaction into the game, I'll uninstall it. I don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit about us. All they give a shit about is their fucking money and completing their little fucking game that is just miserable most of the time. Because they fostered a fucking game that supports cheating. Quite literally. No. I'll literally uninstall the game. I won't play it anymore. I paid $120 for this game. Like, the fuck do I look like with microtransactions? You can suck my dick. I don't give a shit if they're just for fact that no, I will never play Overwatch again. Because they did the same thing. They did the same thing. I think it's unethical to do what they did. They released Overwatch 2 just so they could add microtransactions and make more money. That is the entire reason that Blizzard released Overwatch 2. I don't like that. I think it's fucked up. Microtransactions in games like that, yeah, there's a competitive scene. Yeah, a lot of adults play these games, but more times than not, it's children spending their parents' money without asking them in microtransactions for games. It's predatory. And I won't support it. There are also things in games that they put microtransactions for, and it's like, it's literally gambling. You're gambling in the game for skins, for money. Just like Counter-Strike, the crates. It's gambling. You're gambling that this money is going to get you something that you can keep or sell. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's predatory and it's not right. I don't think shit like that should be in video games. And I refuse to support them. Simple as that. Thank God kids don't play Smite. What am I fucking doing? Go by location. Some music. Listen to some 21. I hate this fucking map. I think I've only played it like 3 or 4 times this way. I always die in the first 5 minutes to fucking a 4-man or a 5-man. It's retarded. Been a week without video games now? Wow. I haven't played in like 3 or 4 days. My uncle passed away. And the celebration of life was this past Sunday. So like I've been in a bad place in my head, and Tarkov hasn't been fun in weeks now. Really. So like I just didn't want to put people on stream through that. It wasn't a funeral, it was a celebration of life. And he's been sick for years. So he looked terrible, honestly. So they cremated him. It wasn't gonna be like a funeral. And I did wear my best suit. We're all black. It was a hard day for me. Yeah, so I don't think any microtransactions should be in a game that costs $120, bro. $150, whatever. However much it costs whenever I bought it. It's fucking stupid. I mean, everybody can get greater than level 4 stats now. What am I doing, dude? Need to do long road. Still. Yo, I've played this goddamn game. I have played this fucking map. I've probably spent 6 or 7 hours on this fucking map, at least, trying to get these goddamn road kills. And I've only gotten 1 in those 6 to 7 hours. Stuff like that pisses me off. Because they reduce the spawns because I have that goddamn... Literally because I have that quest. It's like hit or miss. I'll go into a raid, there won't be a single fucking scav on that road for 45 goddamn minutes. Like, that's not cool. Fucking trash. In China, all their top tier phones cost like 500 tops. You imagine people can bring them back to the States and resell them hard? Well, I mean, they're made in China, so obviously they're going to be cheaper. Everything's made in China. Like, even if all of the parts don't come from China, the phone comes from China. So, I mean, it makes sense. Why not? They charge us $1,200 for these goddamn phones here. But they make it for like $30 in China. It's fucking asinine. Alright.
So some information today kind of reiterates my point.
Well, of course, dinner costs $5 to $10. Small one at least. I mean, pretty good. Logitech mice cost $10. Yeah, that's because they don't have to ship it anywhere. They don't have to. That makes sense. That tracks pretty well.
In regards to that. So first and foremost, let's get into the first one. So on Reddit, we actually had the creative director who posted about development, some of the developers' experience and how they prefer their community to be more skeptical instead of overhyped. I'll put a link to his post in the description. You can check it out. But what he said about new gameplay footage coming out is what I wanted to go over. He said, and I quote, "We are working on
Which one? Because mice here are fucking expensive. Nice. $50 down from 80. So if it wasn't on Amazon, it's about $80. Fuck.
on polishing, optimizing, stabilizing now. We should have raw gameplay video later this month, definitely. So in my previous videos, I've talked about that I suspect they're going to do some type of walkthrough on a mission so they can at least show us the updated build of the game instead of the pre-alpha trailers that they released a few months back. And I have a few reasons to believe that they might share that online publicly, whether it be in Discord or on their YouTube. They might
I'm
share that a few
excited to
days
see
before
the
Fest, which that's going to be on the 24th. So I can see them posting
The
it
24th?
a few days before, maybe the day of, but it's just an assumption. Either way, within probably the next 5 to 7 days, we're going to be seeing the raw updated gameplay footage on the current build that we will likely be getting on the playtest, as well as the announcement of the playtest. And maybe
Is this a free game? I don't think it's gonna be free. I think it's gonna be at least $60.
even the early access itself. So
But you can wishlist it on Steam.
another thing this guy shared on Reddit was
You can't like pre-order it. You can't. I couldn't find a place to sign up for the playtests. Like I don't.
their updated work on polishing
I assume the playtest is going to go live for most people on Steam.
out sites. And he says, and I quote, "We are polishing sites now and it's finally emissive." So as you can see here in the image, you can clearly see a difference in the work that they have done. But he did confirm it is updated and a lot better than it was previously.
Yeah, that
So one of
looks
the
way
next
better.
questions that was asked was basically the gunplay, recoil, the realistic aspects of shooting weapons in Gray Zone Warfare. And the dev responded with, "Recoil is different now, fully simulated. We will talk about it on the future devlog. It definitely needs some loving, tweaking still as we set up all parts. Also, it's more realistic than Hollywoodish," end quote. Another question, this one was from Thumbless God. He was asking about the optimization for the RTX 2070 at 60 FPS. Dev responded, "We are aiming for day one, but that's also about CPU and RAM, of course." And I've told people, I've had comments on my videos, guys, that card is not a, I mean, I understand not wanting to upgrade. I get it. It's going to cost a little money, but you know, there.
Ow! Fuck! Shit! Bitch! Ow! Amidst the snow. I died to a guy that was like laying down in this tree the other day. He was somewhere in here. There was just like a stack of bodies and then I fell over dead. I was like, why are all of these dead people here? And then can't see anything. It's fucking retarded. The snow was the best thing they ever put in the game. Like, at least you could look at that fucking hill and see people. But now they just like disappear into the haze and the black and the stupid shit they added into the game. Like, at least you could fucking see people whenever the snow was around. Now you just fucking can't. You're hit. Yeah, it's fucking nightmare. Like, at least you could see distance when the snow is around. Now it's gone again. Like, if there was somebody sitting in that bush, I wouldn't know they were there because of this fucking darkness that surrounds all the fucking green. Right there is the same way. Somebody could literally crouch right there. You'd never see them. They'd shoot you in the fucking head. The snow was the best thing they ever put in the game. The gray shit is the new PK effect. Yep. It doesn't affect sharpness, it just makes your fucking screen look retarded. Started shooting. I heard a scav.
I see a bandit.
I think like the debuff on PKs is enough to make like that's enough. The debuff is enough. The fucking tunnel vision, all that stupid shit, that is enough. There's no need to like affect the fucking vision and the screen and all that stupid shit. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It's retarded. A lot of things that BSG does is retarded, though. To be honest. A lot of it just doesn't make any fucking sense. I think I only killed that one. I might have killed the one behind that car, but I don't think I did. It's possible that he's dead, but I honestly don't think that he was. I just needed scabs on the long road. Didn't even think about it. Because I got shot at off of, like, once I got around to the rocks, somebody shot at me, so I just continued up north. I wasn't gonna mosey around on that goddamn road and fucking die to some asshole. Crouch walking. Just one. Just the first one. I should have just started shooting from the jump. I might have killed a few. Or at least two of them. Started dumping rounds.
What they're aiming for, the 2070 is not that crazy to be, for that to be the minimum GPU requirement. It's not unheard of. You have to understand what type of game you're trying to play. So one more thing I wanted to share was this image right here, which apparently is over a year old. I cannot confirm that, but this is I know it's
home screen
best quality, guys, but this is basically the menu of what your character looks like. Again, this is a year old, and they've said that it's a lot different now. But the thing with games is that menu and UI and development of stuff outside the actual core gameplay comes last. So the fact that this is a year old, if that is the truth, is even more so proof that the game is ready, because you have to remember that in the trailers that they were showing us, it was pre-alpha gameplay that was recorded also around the same time a year ago. So everything with this recent dev saying that they're polishing out the last thing and trying to stabilize everything has myself and a lot of people pretty excited. Not overhyping it, but pretty excited that we're actually going to get a fairly complete product in some degree. I know they don't want us to get overhype about it, but in regards to other games, and
I'm pretty ecstatic about the AI anti-cheat. That's one of my favorite things that I've heard about it.
So yeah, I figured I'd share this information, guys. That's really all I have. I told you how much.
Paper, scissors.
Da-da, da-da, da-da.
Sure. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Sure. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper beats rock. 2 out of 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh my gosh,
doing that,
yeah,
man?
I'm good.
Can I play?
You know how to play?
Yeah.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Battle axe.
Yeah.
Do I win?
Battle axe.
Welcome to Demolition Ranch. This is Heinrich, the Holy One. You'll see, because at the end of this video, he's going to have... You'll see. Have you ever wondered when someone was firing a bullet at your face, if instead of taking the bullet to the face, you could punch it out of the way or slap it out of the way? Yeah, we all have. So we kind of got this idea because when you're hunting, for instance, and you're shooting through brush, any little deflection will make you miss that deer. It can be a tiny little twig, but if it's in between you and that deer, that bullet might just go 2 feet off and it's going to totally miss the deer.
Maybe don't shoot
So
through
same
brush.
theory, but you're punching a bullet. It's going to destroy your hand, in theory. But maybe it'll be enough so your face doesn't get destroyed. Maybe. It also could be a total fail and it destroys your face and your hand. We're here to find out today. So
That's
we have
more
some
likely.
new things from Ballistics Dummy Lab. We bought some open hands and some fists, some clenched fist. We are going to try 2 different things. We made a mechanism. This is for the open hand that will actually slap. So the hand will be on top of this. We'll release it and it will go whew, and try to slap that bullet out of the air. Now it's going to be hard for us to time this because we have to shoot the bullet and release this spring at the same time to try to make him slap. We tried to get some volunteers. No one wanted to try to slap the bullet with their bare hands. So
I would have done it.
try to be safe.
I would have done
It's
it.
fine. And then if that doesn't work, which I don't think it will, we're going to try the punching method. So same deal. We have this on a little mechanism we built. Basically, we pull a string and it goes, and it just punches that bullet. Just enough to make the bullet that's coming at you go.
Ain't no
Miss the
fucking way. Oh my
Theory.
god.
It's a science class.
Oh my god.
Speaking of hands, though, this is a note from Frank in New Jersey. Longtime supporter of the channel, huge fan of what you do.
Holy
so my favorite content of
fuck.
yours is when you've shot fan mail and slowly increased the caliber of the ammunition you're using. That being said, it would be an honor for you to shoot what I've sent. It's a plaster cast of me and my ex-girlfriend holding hands. I figured now would be a good time to send it, being so close to Valentine's Day. Best regards, Frank. Weird.
That's super weird. Oh no, that doesn't feel right.
Frank, appreciate it. We don't really do that kind of stuff though, man. Just kidding. Take that, Jessica! Much like this plaster, their love is broken. Back to the video. Don't send us weird stuff. I tweaked my neck today, so if you see me going... it's because it's a little sore. We think the slapping is going to be less
Effective. Yeah. Less material to stop. I don't know, man. I don't think anything in the hand is stopping a bullet. We don't have adamantium bones or anything. We're not Wolverine. Now I've got to build up arm stamina. Oh, sorry, you died because your arms were tired. Okay, Nikita. Usually, like, you know, you spawn in on your scav and there's like fucking 30 goddamn scavs on this road, but I spawn in on my PMC and there's fucking nothing. See, the debuffs are what get you killed when you use PKs. It's retarded. Like, it's been like this for 20, 30 seconds now. 20 seconds. Fucking stupid. Where is this guy? And what the fuck is he shooting at? I saw one scav earlier and it just fucking disappeared. Just went fucking poof. Just fucking ridiculous. What was that? Just stuttered really bad.
Ну ничего.
All into my thorax. That tracks. And it ignored my armor. Okay. He's on top of that car, dude. Fuck off. Fucking loser. Dumb cunt. He's cheated. There's no way he's not. Yeah. 210 hours. Okay. On an EOD account. But he's killed Killa. Fuck off. Level 36 with 210 hours. I'm done with this fucking game. I'm done playing it. Fucking joke. I'm done. I'm fucking done, dude. I'm playing. Not even fucking fun, bro. Piece of shit game. Piece of shit fucking company. It won't let me make my title. Tarkov is a trash game funded by cheaters. It literally refuses. It sends an error. Something went wrong. Updating your whatever the fuck. Suck my dick. I'm done playing Tarkov, dude. I can't do it. I'm over it. Every single day, more than half of my deaths are people that have less than 400 hours in the game. But they're a higher level than me. It's the most retarded thing ever. They know exactly where I am. Their bullets ignore my fucking armor. It's a joke. It's a shitty fucking joke. Their game would not exist if it wasn't for the cheaters getting banned and rebuying the fucking game. It's stupid. It's like a shitty fucking joke. It's not even cool. I'm done with it.
So we're gonna do that first. Show what we got. Count her down. This is a practice run.
3, 2, 1.
I think we'll put one more spring, make it go a little faster. New tighter spring. Fire.
Ooh.
Yeah. Seems good. So it's just like someone's like, hey, and you're like, whoa. Punch it out of the way. Slap it out of the way. Will it work? Mikey's going to pull the string. I'm going to try to fire a little bit after because there's a delay with the hand coming down. And we're going to hit this guy in the face a lot. We have the cardboard around him in case we actually do hit the hand to see
Deflection.
if it does deflect any. I'm going to try to aim right in between the eyes, which this thing's shooting a little low. So it's going to hopefully go in the same spot every time unless we hit the hand. We have the hand inside a glove because it's going to start falling apart just by swinging if we didn't put it in something. So it has one of those hands inside the glove, duct taped to our apparatus. That's a controlled scientific test.
3, 2, 1, go!
The bone pieces flew out. No hit on this thing. Went straight in there. So this thing's shooting about 2 inches low. I'm aiming here. We're going to be hitting him right.
That's 3 inches, bud.
A lot. After further investigation, that is an entry wound right there. So this thing came down. Bullet came in here. This is an exit wound right here. So it went through the meat of the hand. It went through the thick part of the hand right here and hit him here. So I think it did go... It did probably knock it down a little
thank you
bit.
for the
can
follow.
see
How's it going?
down, but what it definitely did is slowed it down. It hit all this extra meat, and the bullet came through the mouth
Wow.
and actually stopped right before it hit the spinal cord.
Holy
You can
shit.
see it right before it hits the spine there. So that bullet is lodged in his
Throat.
esophagus,
Yeah.
trachea. Still could be fatal.
No,
but way
it's-
less fatal
it's
than
definitely
going through
fatal,
your
brother.
spine. So I'm going to say that is a possible survivable shot if he gets immediate medical attention. All right, check out this slow-mo.
That's... Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, he's not surviving that, dude. Come on now. There's no way. There's no way you survive that.
I just want to go on the record and say, when we were setting this up, I did call this.
Yeah, David,
I said, what happens when we
Hit it
get it on
first
the first try?
I thought we were going to be out here for 4 hours trying to hit a bullet with a hand. I was thinking, though, before we switch to the fist, Mikey always carries around... Do you have the piece of steel with you? He always has this piece of steel in his wallet.
What?
And it's just in case he needs to stop a bullet. So what if he slaps with that? If you have a piece of steel and you slap the bullet out of the air with a piece of steel, it can totally stop it. Not just deflect it down. Like,
Holy shit, that is a chunk.
Let's try that.
That's
It's
a
only gonna
half-inch
take us
piece of steel,
one
dude.
Swing.
One try.
Yeah, we're really good at this.
No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life. Good, real food is simple. It looks like food. It smells like food. It's what...
After this, we will take it out and look, because I'm sure all of these metacarpal bones are shattered. It'll be fun to see. We're also using 45 ACP because it's big and fat and slow, just like David's mom.
She's like 140 pounds.
God
She's a
damn.
beautiful woman.
I'm glad she doesn't watch this channel.
Yeah, we wanted the big, slow round, just have a better chance of hitting it. If we would have done a 5.56, not like that, we probably would have had more trouble hitting it, just like Mikey's mom. We have a plate, duct tape to the hand. This is only going to take us one try, right?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, man, I think we hit his spine. He's leaning over a lot more. His neck looks like it feels like my neck. We barely missed it. The bullet was a little bit ahead of the hand that time, so I'm going to try to slow it down. That
Bro,
one
that's
did
brutal.
go into his spinal cord. He is paralyzed from the neck down now. Oh, I feel like, oh no, it's
It crushed his whole spine.
Oh no!
Holy.
Okay.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
This is Live Leak back in 2014.
I spent some time there.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh.
That was a big old face shot. I think I went too fast that time. We're gonna try something different. I'm gonna just let him surprise me with it. I'm gonna try to go because I'm beating him there every time because I'm anticipating. I'm ready.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna be too slow on that one. I was slow on that one, so we're gonna try it again. This time Mikey's just gonna say go, and so he'll pull right when he says go, and I'll go as soon as I hear go. No countdown, so I can't anticipate it. We'll see. Just trying to remove some variables so that we can try to.
Well, pull it
time
top.
this. We got
There you
spoiled on
go.
the first one. I am ready.
Go.
It seemed close. So it went through the top of the glove. In there, out here. I don't think we hit the metal plate at all. No, so that was a little bit too slow, like this much.
Ooh.
Oh, it bounced off his face. So it hit the glove.
It deflected.
It did deflect a little bit.
Hit the top of the glove and hand and just deflected off the top of his face and then went through. We were trying to figure out why there was holes
Oh shit.
up at the top.
Have we seen the cameraman before?
It's fragments.
It's bone fragments going through that cardboard. Those were bone fragments from his, I think this is called the occipital bone.
Yeah.
So it went in straight through his eyeball, totally broke this bone, and threw pieces of it out. Those two holes are pieces of bone fragment flying. But very possible that this hand, oh, there's bones coming through there. This hand did deflect it up enough to make it just hit the eyeball and not go square into the
Yeah,
face.
I mean, it
So
would
I'm
have.
gonna say a slap can deflect a little bit. Here is the damage
A
report.
little
Oh,
bit.
Just pulled off his finger. So it actually, yeah, I mean, there's his. You got
Jesus.
big long bones in here, and then all your wrist bones, these small bones. But all of his big long bones are also small bones right now because a bullet went right through there. Very broken, probably painful, but I actually don't think you'd lose the hand. I think they could put it back together. It's punching time. We just set this up. We're kind of wondering if we need some more spring tension, so I'm going to release it into his face right now and see how hard it punches. That punched pretty hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to stand in front of that.
It threw bone chips. I know he was already a little weakened by the several rounds of 45 he took to the face, but that was a hard punch. We're going to try to block a bullet with a punch.
Go.
I think I was late. He's
Probably not gonna make it.
He doesn't need
He's probably not gonna make it.
Oh, I did hit his hand though, but this is different than the punch. I didn't think about than the slap. It doesn't move out of the way. It just stays in front of his head. That was way slow, which I think this thing it has a faster reaction mechanism, whatever you call it, science word, than the slap. So I think we're both just gonna go on an external go. Jen will say go, Mikey and I will fire and pull string, see if that works.
Go.
I think
I was slow.
I think I beat you.
I was definitely slow.
Dang it, this is hard to time.
Look at all the bone fragments.
Go.
I was too slow. I was trying to delay, but I'll try to not delay again.
Hey, now we're hitting it every time. Woo! Just like Matt's mom.
Think.
Hit right there. It looks like Two-Face. It's Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent.
Let's keep trying. You know what I like most about this? Is shooting a dude in the face.
Jeez.
It felt good. It felt good.
Felt great.
Go.
I think I beat you. So in the last couple, I've barely beat him. Like as soon as the bullet goes in, you can see the hands start moving. Mike is gonna look at Jenna this time, so maybe he'll get a little bit better idea when she's gonna say go. But we just keep hitting him right in the face, so he's just got a messed up grill, just like Jenna's mom.
Go. Oh, there.
I
Nice.
think you hit him.
I think I might have got him.
I think you got him.
I think I went too fast again. He was an alien this whole time. Well, then
Oh,
I was
wait.
killing him. I felt a little bad when I knew it was a human we were killing, but I was gonna do it anyway for the video.
It's a fact. In the new economy, average people are becoming millionaires faster and easier.
No, they're not. Shut the fuck up.
Go.
I got it.
Oh, you did it.
I think I got it. I delayed a little bit. We'll see if the hand was already stopped. We missed it, but the timing was perfect. The hand fell apart just because it's been falling apart and it shot off. Timing was perfect. It went like a millimeter below it, and missed it totally. Play that first clip though, where we just slapped it out of the air first try. That was cool. Yeah, I just shot all the bones out of his hand and just threw a fist. New fist. And his head was kind of falling apart, so we just have a pile of head parts.
Jeez.
Go. Oh.
Dang.
That's
Broke off the hand.
holy, it's severed the whole fucking thing.
Go.
I was slow. I also think I shot high. All right, we're giving up, but we did learn some good information. If you're ever gonna get in a fight, obviously, don't punch. Slapping is better. Now, I only slap when I get in fights because you can deflect a bullet with a slap, but you cannot deflect one with a punch. You'll miss every time. Y'all ever wonder what it feels like to be punched? Well, you don't have to wonder anymore because you can buy this. The Demo Ranch 9000 Punch Yourself. No, Demo Ranch Punch Yourself 9000, new name. Go for it. Suspense. Oh.
It lost the spring. It threw its spring.
Chris, $100. If you let it punch you in the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna let punch you.
Yeah. Oh, what did y'all say? You like my shirt? It's linked in the description below. Go buy some merch. Pay off Mikey's face.
Really plugging his shirt while he's about to punch me in the face.
You ready? No. Do you want me to tell you when, or you want me to surprise you?
No, I don't know. Ah!
How was it?
I mean, let's try it again. You hit me in the top of the head.
Oh, it hit him in the...
We haven't showed you how we load this one. Come on, a little further. Got it.
He broke the knuckles on that one.
Yeah, you heard it.
Cracked a knuckle. Oh, that broke on your
Oh,
face.
that's gonna.
Oh,
he
it
wants to
hit
get
the-
punched again because that one didn't really get him last time.
It hit the earmuffs.
Buy us some merch, and we'll punch Mikey in the face again.
What's this called? They fixed the 1911 with Glock magic. Ah, it's a 2011?
Oh,
Or no?
so back. Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel today.
Understand this graph, and you'll never feel stressed when trading options again. If you don't want to learn how to...
We're going over the Stealth Arms Platypus. What the heck? Colton, you got your light, man?
The Stealth Arms
You gotta get the lights back on. You hear
Platypus.
that banging? Hey, what's up? Why is the light on? Oh my god! Oh my god! What the heck? What the? Did you see that? What was that? I don't know, dude. It looked like a balaclava just attacked that guy. Oh shoot! Is this a zombie episode?
Dude, I thought we did zombies.
We just did zombies. These seem like fast zombies.
Like 28 days later zombies?
Like quarantine, 28 days later zombie. Dude, we gotta get out of here. This is not good. Come on, let's go. While Stealth Arms doesn't actually sell real platypuses, it's a platypi, they do have a 1911 that takes Glock mags. So it has many different attributes of a tried and true platform, a platform that won not one, but 2 world wars. Champion
2 world
9mm that
wars!
takes our beloved Glock mags. And today I'm
2
going to share
world
results of
wars.
going over such a weapon.
It also has a rail.
So let's dive on in. So how did I come across the Stealth Arms Platypus? Well, I knew they existed and I knew they were out there. And
It
I
looks
did love
expensive.
The concept. And the owner
Not just
actually
because
reached
it
out
has
and
an
said, "Hey,
acro
would you
on
like
it."
to get a Stealth Arms Platypus on the channel?"
Is that
And
an
I said,
acro?
of course, I think these things are freaking neat and I would love to try it out because it takes freaking Glock mags. They just sent me the gun and that is it. And I supplied everything else. The ammo sponsored by AAC. The ammo
Yeah, it's an
sponsor of the
acro.
channel. What a segue. This guy is YouTubing. And Aimpoint supplied the acro and FDE. And then I believe Optics Planet hooked it up with the Surefire. So there's no paid promotion for this.
All right. Brief information
Surefire. So
about
there's no
this
paid
gun.
promotion.
Just that optic and light cost more than all of this. Not even including the gun.
For
Just this
and
optic
is
and
going to
light
be important for me to
costs
say
more than
because
all of
I
mine.
think this gun's pretty freaking sick.
It is sick
I
though.
like this thing a lot.
It's beautiful for sure.
They're all wearing ball gloves. I think they're infected. Okay, the front door is locked. It's gated up. I don't know if you can go out that way. I think our best bet is to try and punch through them and then maybe check out a stairwell, another exit. As soon as I open this door, we have to book it. Are you ready, Colton?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, come on. Oh, God! Oh, God! Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Oh, God! Oh, God, come on! I think we still got some power on. Let me check my cell phone. Oh, crap. We have no signal. It is very rare now that I get super giddy for handguns. I just find that I love handguns. I love to shoot handguns, but it's rare that one really gets me super duper excited to shoot because it's kind of like I've tried them all. And the fact that something like this exists, that makes me excited because as an American, as a red-blooded patriot, baby, 1776, I love 1911s. Gentlemen, a gun like this, a safari vest like that will make you feel freaking cool. But you know who else will make you feel freaking cool? This video sponsor, Americana Pipe Dream Apparel, fantastic young Zoomers getting after in the milsurp space and arena, and they can equip your wardrobe with the proper milsurp gear to flex your weird knowledge of cool milsurp topics. They also have night vision, manuals, MREs, knives, a bunch of cool stuff on that website, and they are getting after it, doing the Lord's work of supplying you with your cool milsurp needs. So a big thank you to Americana Pipe Dream Apparel for being one of the sponsors of this video. History lesson. John Moses Browning, arguably one of the best firearms designer in human history, designs the 1911, making its debut in 1911. Now, through business workings, Colt, of course, gets the patent, and we get the Colt 1911, or the M1911. They won, not just one, but 2 world wars. We're probably going to win a 3rd world war with a 1911 single-handedly. It's like the enemies of the U.S. don't know what we have. Those fools. It will be their folly. It will be their blunder to question the 1911 on the world stage a 3rd time, because a handgun of that caliber with that much stopping power is heavily revered, and it has a Colt-like, see what I did there, following. It's still getting facelifts here and there, and there are still a lot of people that do prefer their 1911s in 45 ACP. Now, I'm technically not one of those people. You're not really gonna catch me
like the
unless
9
I'm
mil
going for a vibe running a 1911. Now, what's crazy about this, is typically on most 1911s, they have the grips
single
attached
stack
to the frame itself. On the Platypus, there is just really no grips attached to it. It's a solid frame, so it's really well thought out in that sense for taking Glock rounds. They really did a great job designing this handgun, and there's of course things that I like and some things that I don't like. You think there's some sort of talking balaclava strain that just kicked off and we're at ground zero? This feels like every other zombie movie out there, dude. Thank God I got the stealth armor Platypus though. All right, that's the second story.
You want to be a real legend. Games changing, mate.
Oh man, hard pass, brother.
That night out on the ice, you saw something.
Someone in this town's hiding something.
You have to dig to get to the truth.
I'm thinking we can snake our way through and get out through the other side. Come on. Wait, damn it! Shit! Come on, help me out here! These things are freaky, man. They're freaking fast. Here, his body's blocking the door. We gotta move it. Help me out here. Colton, I gotta say, man, I think one of this guy in particular, it felt pretty close to biting me. So if I turn, you're gonna have to end me, okay? We'll give it 5 minutes, a lot longer than most zombie movies. So I'll just wait here for a second, and if I turn, you know what to do, okay? Okay, I think we're safe. We can move on. Give me that back. This is gonna make for a great YouTube video, I swear to God. Things I don't like is the unfamiliarity of the 1911 platform. I know that's a weird statement and you could get educated on it, but coming into a lot of new guns like I do, sometimes I'm just not familiar with them like I should be. I've never owned a duty style 1911 or 2011. I have like a relic 1911 in the safe, but it's not like I'm gonna go out and rock and roll with that thing on the flat range. It's really like a World War I era.
Straw.
The intricacies of a 1911 takedown, all those parts was foreign to me, and it's one of those things like, okay, I have to get spun up on knowing all the ins and outs, and that's something that's just like, not really a bad thing, it's kind of on me. It doesn't really count as necessarily a con to the gun. One thing about the gun that I don't like though is going to be, it's a little bit snappier than say, other 2011s that I've shot. So when I've been shooting it and it's been consistent across the board, the snap is a little bit harsher. Now, it's still a 9mm, it's still a heavy handgun, and it is of course very controllable. When I say it's snappy, I don't mean it's necessarily a
Sure, I got
snappy.
you.
I mean it is noticeably more snappier than other guns I've shot, if that makes an iota of sense. Interpret everything I say and do and smell through a lens.
Smells kind of fishy.
I had some recommendations from a buddy. He's been on the channel before, but Otter Weapons Works. He was like, hey, get the Dawson recoil guide rod. And that's what I did. So I got a new recoil guide rod, which contains the spring and the bushing in there. And once you just assemble the gun, it is so much easier than, say, that what was already on there. And if there was any
exposed
critique I
spring
could
and
say
everything
is probably, I would like to see Stealth Arms maybe include that in the base package, but it is, again, there could be a better reason they didn't do that. Maybe they don't like those, but general consensus from what I've seen is that a lot of guys will swap out that guide rod for the Dawson manufacturing guide rod, which I think is not a bad idea because it just makes the takedown process that much easier. That's one thing that's going against them, is that they're already built around a little bit more of a dated platform. It's still a very good platform, but like as far as maintenance goes, like taking the gun down for very basic cleaning and stuff like that can be a little bit more of a headache than, say, of course, like a Glock. That's essentially it for what I don't like about
Glock
the gun.
is just so easy. It's just
has a lot more going on with it that I enjoy than I dislike. There's some other nuanced things that are kind of a pain in the butt, like me just not knowing how 1911s work. That's on me. And then also having to get new like holsters for it. That's all expected territory. That's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's not necessarily like a con on the gun. So with the bad stuff, technically the bad stuff out of the way, it's honestly, for being blatantly honest, that's not like really terrible at all. Spare parts are important. That's why we also have to thank Apex Gun Parts. If you find yourself in a room with them, guys, make sure you ask them for a hug and a kiss. They have been excellent supporters of this channel, and I am a big fan of having the Apex-ness of parts for your backup stuff. So a big thank you to Apex Gun Parts. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Tucker? Tucker, is that you? What's going on? Are you okay?
Get out of here. There's so many. They got real close.
You gave him a mic, right?
They got real close. They almost got me. I mean, he was on top of me, man. They're all angry and yelly. And I don't know what happened.
They're all angry and yelly.
No, man. It's just, they're all just guys, just dudes, just men.
Why are they wearing the balaclava?
I don't know, man.
Are you okay?
Yeah. They got real close. All right, they just got real close. You got water, man.
How close did they get, buddy?
It was like a tickle.
The balaclava.
Mark Walker, a proud conservative who stood with President Trump's America First agenda.
He got the balaclava out.
Nothing, man. Just.
Oh, Tucker, no. Tucker, no, dude, don't make me do this. Tucker, please, man.
Mother, I love her.
Oh, God, no! Platypus actually comes in overall at a pretty good price, I would say. So I think the base gun was $1,600 after all your customization. And then, of course, you add on your light and laser, it's going to add the price up more. But what makes
a good price?
So
suck my dick, dude.
The fact that it takes those Glock mags. I mean, you have to
I've put 100,000 miles on cars that cost that much.
Was traditionally like just way different mags, and then you can introduce the most common mags you're probably going to find, which that being Glock mags. It's one of the most popular handguns in the world, and that's for a good reason. Glocks are pretty freaking good. Now, they're not the luxury of luxury, they're not the high-end Gucci gun, and maybe they're not your preferred platform if that's the case, but a Glock is still undeniably good at what it does. Back when I was a cop, I carried a Glock 17, and I know a bunch of other people that always carry Glock 17s. I carry Glock 19s, I have a bunch of other Glocks. I like Glocks. Rip Gaston. Now, the Glock is an excellent design, and one of the best features of the Glock is the Glock magazine. Now, the Glock magazine has been tried and true, and it has excelled as being a pistol magazine. Some might say probably the best. It also can take 40 cal Glock mags, which I have in the gun right now. They fit and feel a little bit funky, but it's good to know because it opens up the arsenal a little bit. It usually isn't recommended that you would run a 40 cal mag in a 9mm platform, but you can get away with it, and I got away with it today. They also take the Magpul mags as well. You can run those. Now, to be fair, I'm not the biggest fan of the Magpul Glock mags. I've had one fail on me. I don't hate Magpul. It's just, if I'm gonna get
that's what I have.
I'm gonna stick to the Glock mag brand, of course, unless it's a Shield Arms mag for Glock 43X. That's a
Never mind, this is a Glock, not Magpul. It also
works with the YouTube compliant less than 30 round stick magazines, so you can have that as an option too if you have to get into your FUD Street Wars and you need a little bit more firepower.
Firepower.
Oh my God, what the heck is that?
He just stole somebody's prosthetic.
Oh my God. zombies. We can use this against them.
Yeah, that's a sick prosthetic. That's carbon fiber upper.
Go, 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 go! Oh my god. It looks like they're coordinating. What's this audio file right here?
Elon Musk's brain implant company Neuralink said on Thursday it had been given a green light from the US FDA to kickstart its first-in-human clinical study.
There's more of them than I thought. This is getting really hairy. I'm also running low on ammo. I think we can maybe get out through the back kitchen. People have to know about what's going on here. Come on, Colton, let's go. Another thing is going to be the sheer just vibes of the gun. A 1911 that takes double stacked Glock 17 mags like this is freaking cool. It's because you're taking a lot of different cool guns, mashing them together with the best attributes. Like the 1911 is a very cool aesthetic gun, but it is very dated. A 7-round 45 ACP magazine. Facelifting that, taking modern mags that everyone has that are very affordable, combining it with the frame of a 1911 with the aesthetic and the look. You can trick this gun out on their website. On their website, they have a custom builder where you can trick out your gun however you want with paint schemes, different style of slides, combinations of safeties. Essentially, you have a very customizable, is that the right word? It's
customizable.
You can really trick out your platypus, and I decided to go with a more FDE scheme. So I went with the RAL 8000, and then I had some like FDE inlays, which I like a lot. To me, the RAL 8000, to some people, they hate it. Some people, they love it. I'm one of those people that love it. I wanted to try and capture the vibe of the Colt M45 that the Marine Corps was using for a bit, where they had this really cool 1911 that's all tricked out in tan and has rail space so you can add a light. I love that vibe and aesthetic, and I wanted to try and match that a little bit. That's why I went with the 5-inch government model and wanted to keep the slide a little bit more plain Jane.
Left-handed, holy.
Looking more traditional. I like that a lot for me personally, but they do have some other slide cut options. I wanted to do the smooth curve face trigger because that just looks like a classic 1911 in my opinion. Manipulating the slide, of course, is very easy if you wanted to do any sort of chamber checks. I like to do the chamber check from the front over here if I can. If you want to be cool like John Wick, you can always like turn it back, but then it's hard to see around the chamber. It's like the ultimate turbo virgin, like, all right, how do you chamber check? One thing I want to give Stealth Arms major props to is the slide cut for your red dot. So when I was initially getting this all built out, I wanted to do the Acro, and I got the Acro P2 tan on there, which is chef's kiss. Big thank you to Aimpoint for seeing that over and letting me rock that Acro. It sits so freaking low on the
Oh man, it's fucking hilarious. This is the Aimpoint website. 37 ads and 19 trackers blocked on this singular page. It's a $600 optic. So actually, just the optic cost more than my gun, like with the dot. With the well, actually, it costs more than the dot, the light, and the gun, but not more than the holster as well. If you add all of that, it's a little over 600. But $600 just for the optic, which means this gun he's using right here, this is 300, this is 600, and this is fucking 1500. So it's like almost a $3,000 gun he's shooting, and he said that it's affordable at the beginning of the video.
The gun, and I was comparing this frame and like the slide and the dot to
like, I can't take that seriously.
All right, what do we got?
Sam looking missing since Monday.
I'll do everything I can.
I wouldn't get involved.
See you later.
Tracker, new Sunday, 9/8 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
What mag is that?
He's still waking up, ladies and gentlemen. He's still waking up.
That's the K.
Got a little brass on that one. That went into the undershirt.
So this is a PSA dagger. PSA dagger. I hated the stock trigger though. Like I actually hated it. It was fucking gross.
Getting warm. And today,
Talk about it.
Today, if you can see some of the bad hits behind me, have mercy. I was warming up. I'm not a morning person, and it is the morning. All bad excuses. Get better, shoot better,
Get better,
Today,
shoot
we are
better,
talking
do
about
better.
The Palmetto State Arms dagger and
Armory.
on the Managerial Outcomes channel, a channel with little rules and oversight where I can do whatever I want. Not that it's going to stop me regardless, but it's a little bit more. What do we say? Managerial Outcomes. What do we say here? What was that?
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical. It's a little bit loosey-goosey, but we are going to keep it a little bit more structured than the usual range shenanigans in the sense that we have to talk about the Palmetto State Armory dagger. And, well, we don't have to. No one's forcing me. There's not a guy off camera with a gun. Say PSA. Well, no. Yeah, I'm just goofing. Being a goofy goober. Okay, so... Uh-oh. Oh. So, a little embarrassing. Lost a screw to the red dot. I knew I should have put some Loctite on there. And now she has the custom extra inertia setting where if you shoot the gun, she's going to wobble even more. We'll persevere through this trial. And we'll do a little bit of talking about the Palmetto State Armory dagger. Now, how did the dagger come about into my possession? Well, of course, I do a lot of work with PSA as it is already. They are the ammo sponsor of the main channel, and they do send me a lot of their firearms also at my request because a lot of times, and at the time of filming this, SHOT Show is going on, and they are always releasing a bunch of crazy cool stuff. So I will give them mad props because their mission is to arm as many civilians as possible, which I can dig. They aren't really going for the big government contract market, and they are really focused on the civilian end user, which I like that a lot. Palmetto State Armory dagger. Now, here's the thing. So there's already been a...
So the problem with a lot of firearms companies nowadays is that they want that military contract because it's more profitable. Because they can say, okay, you want 5,000 of these? Okay. Okay. $1,000 a piece. Even though they sell them for $300 on PSA's website. A lot of those companies that want those military contracts mark their product up significantly because the military will pay for it. That's why the SR-25s cost so goddamn much. Because they got the military contract. See? Fucking $5,000. That's on the low end. It's the 16-inch version. It's stupid, dude.
A bunch of YouTube videos on this gun. So why would you watch the channel and like to hang out with me on the flat range? So if that is you, then big thank you for stopping by. Essentially, I'm gonna give you my little thoughts and opinions on the gun real quick, and it's not gonna be as much of a firearm review as it would be because there have already been so many other gun tubers that are way smarter than I that have done such a review. And I'm initially gonna riff and roar on this thing. So off the rip, went to go 0, dot was already 0 before I lost a screw, which is a nice feeling. If you've ever had that where you throw a fresh dot on your gun and you go to find your 0 and it's already 0'd. It's the little things in life is what I'm trying to say. It's little things in life that really warm the heart. But ripping and roaring, probably got around, I don't know, a few hundred rounds through it before the dot just vanished into the nether. And in those rounds, getting a feel for the gun, of course, I want to say it's as broken in as it could be, but I'll kind of get to what like my thought process is on this. Felt pretty good to shoot, like especially for what I was expecting. But I think this gun did pretty good, especially when I got warmed up. It felt like I was just shooting a different model of Glock because, to be honest, kinda is a different model of Glock. So it's essentially what happened is that the Glock Gen 3 patent expired, and then a lot of other companies swooped in, Palmetto State Armor being one of them, and they designed the PSA dagger. Now, what makes the dagger so appealing is its price tag. Its price tag is gonna be around $350 to I think $450. I don't think I saw any of them even with their mag packages creeping up to $5 yet. That may change. Inflation, better package deals. I think they're working on making more tactical Gucci looking ones, but at the time, it's still a very affordable pistol. For $350, my expectations for a handgun are pretty freaking low, okay? What makes it also interesting is that you can pick up on the same website a Glock 19 Gen 3, and I think those are going for around at least $450. So there is an interesting little bit thing there, but those do not come with an optic cut as it is, like this one did, even though my screw came loose. It's kind of like saying something on the bigger picture of life, you know? But then you have to ask yourself, is the dagger right for me? Now, there was a time in my life when I was not as financially capable as I am now. And something like this could have been a real godsend because essentially you have a super cheap pistol that's going to be functioning pretty good. It's going to feel like a Glock. It's going to have an optic ready cut, and you can trick it out to your heart's desire, and it's crazy affordable. That's the big appeal to me, is that for my
crazy affordable
guys or guys that are balling on a budget, you can essentially get a good handgun now for super cheap. Is this going to be, you know, your feel good, high speed Gucci gun? No. And I would even argue, if you do have the means, you can always get that feel-good bug into your system and go get just a regular Glock 19, you know, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, and you can feel just as good. Now, there is the jump up where, say, if you go to a Glock 19 Gen 5 stock, right, it's gonna be around $500–600. Now, this is half the cost of that, pretty much. Maybe you can even find it cheaper if you got it used, and you could take that other $300 and throw it down on 1,000 rounds of ammo. At that point, chances are you'll be running irons, but either way, it's how you're going to spend your money is up to you. I can't tell you. I'm just kind of like thinking out loud. There's a few different thought processes there. Now, to get, say, into even the Gucci Glock realm, it's going to be, you know, $1,300, $1,400, $1,600 depending on what you're getting in that realm, and then that's even before the optics you're going to throw on the gun. So this, for what it is, I think is a pretty screaming deal. Now, is this going to be something that applies to you, particularly the guy watching this video behind the screen? Honestly, I have no idea, right? I don't know your life circumstances. I don't know what you're up to. I don't know your financial setting. Is this something that I think has a potential as a backup gun? Maybe you're already set with your guns and you're thinking, okay, I want to have a backup gun of some kind. And when I say a backup gun, not like a gun you carry on you like a backup, but just like a
keeping the safe at home.
It's kind of, those things are kind of nice to have, like a shower gun, break in case of emergency. I know I may be sounding crazy, but trust me, I know you thought about a shower gun too, and this could be a shower gun. So one thing I do like about the gun is its grip. I do like this grip, actually. There's a weird hump back here, and I'm not sure if they could have actually gotten away with ditching it or not, based off my hand preference, but they have this little finger groove up front, just one. Unlike the Gen 3s that have the
I do prefer that.
You have just the one, and when you get a good grip on it, I find that it actually helps out with vice clamping this thing down, and it feels pretty good in the hands. Like the recoil impulse to me did not feel terrible. Nothing about the gun felt terrible. You know, is it a Gucci Glock? Absolutely not. But it felt all pretty solid when I was.
Now, I will say, I complain about the trigger, but I bought my my frame and my yeah. I bought this up here and this and my upper and my lower separately. So that could be an issue. That could be where my issues came from, was that they weren't fitted to one another at the factory. But after I dropped the new trigger in it, I haven't had any issues. I think it was just the trigger, it was ill-fitted for this slide. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I've had zero issues with this trigger. I've put a few hundred rounds through it.
Shooting all around, right? What's crazy about that is the price point that it comes in at, right? I know I've already harped on the price point, and you can take that numbers and run with it as you will. And the performance at that level, especially with everything you're getting, is pretty wild. Like, it is very impressive what they managed to pull off.
It's quite similar to a Glock.
The handgun itself, am I jumping out of my seat saying, wow, I can't wait to get another, you know, Glock clone copy. I think they're super cool. No, not really. You know, it's kind of like a generic Glock clone, but for what they managed to accomplish at the price point, that's what's really exciting. And that's when I give them a lot of props for that at the very least.
I totally blew over in this video that this also comes with a freaking threaded barrel. So you have threaded barrel, suppressor size sights, optic cut, and an aesthetically pleasing gun for how cheap it is. I'm still actually blown away that they managed to pull this off. Like, I want to know what sort of voodoo magic, and I want to know, like, could Glock sell their guns cheaper or something? Like, what's
yes,
going on?
they could. They absolutely could. Most companies
what's
could.
happening in the pistol world? Okay, like, are we just getting, you know, super upcharge or something? How do they do this?
Correct.
Like, it actually makes me a little.
Stock up and save at
And
Michael's.
and
Fill your basket for
another thing is that this is made in America. This is manufactured in South Carolina.
less with hundreds of BOGOs on creative faves.
What? Don't touch it. I saw this movie where they.
Not only is it significantly cheaper than a Glock, it's made in America.
Maybe we send it back.
Who are you?
Bro, the ads are terrible today.
Only theaters this Friday.
I don't know if I've seen. I think we've seen more ads today than we have ever watching videos.
And it's a vibe. And hopefully we don't have any more screws flying off my red dots. But I did want to take the time to say a big thank you to Americana Pipe Dream Apparel for being the sponsor of this video. We're going to get it in. All right, we're going to get it in somehow.
He just put an optic on it that costs 1.5 times the gun.
Okay, I wanted to thank those guys, fantastic young Zoomers getting after the milsurf space and arena. Bunch of cool
It'd be
stuff,
like
night
that.
vision knives, manuals, and they have what you need to kit out that milsurf collection. So of course, a big thank you to American Pipe Dream Apparel. We also have to thank Optics Planet. Big fan of Optics Planet. They've been hooking up the channel with a lot of attachments, and they're like my attachment sponsor.
You may be someone that's thinking, okay, could this be something that I get that I could then use to defend my life with? And I honestly think you could. So far, just running 124 grain, we had 0 malfunctions. The only issues I'd have is on me, and that would be riding the slide based off my grip. So it could either push up the slide, which I don't have a problem with that. Usually my problem is depressing the slide release, and then the gun doesn't lock back to the rear on the last mag. That's usually my shooter issue that I have to work on. But I think this could be something to where if you're truly balling on a ball,
yeah, I got you.
this could be something pretty good. And I know I've seen these out and about in the wild, at least on the internet. Where
He's
guys
talking
are like,
about
"Hey, this is my go-to handgun."
riding
I don't think
this
there's anything wrong with that. I mean, guys
so
who are
that
having
it
high
doesn't
points,
actually pop
you know,
up.
either
So
go
if
to
you're
handgun
if
when
you're
they were
riding
really
on top
balling
of it,
budget,
you run out of
as much as
bullets.
I hate to hear that,
It
is
doesn't
major
lock your
beat
slide
that
back
was a
because
real
your
thing.
thumb
I've
is
actually seen
is sitting
dudes
on
who are
what
like,
locks
yeah,
the slide
that's
back.
my defensive
So
pistol.
whenever you run
And
out
it
of
breaks my
bullets,
heart
it
a little
locks
bit
back
because
in
it's
that
like
pocket.
saving
Yeah, it's,
a child in need. But
I can see
nonetheless,
that.
it's
I could see that being annoying.
technically a high point can still put
It
someone
adds
6 feet
another
in the ground,
step
standing
whenever
closer
you have to
to
change
almost
mags
standing
off
on
of
the ledge.
empty. You have to then rack your slide.
I'm 6 feet on the edge. Another impressive thing is that it comes with the suppressor-sized sights off the rip, which is nice because a lot of times those are pretty pricey. I am still mind-boggled of how they got this gun to be so much going on with the price point that it's at. Now, another thing that I also like is the grip on the back. I want to give mad props for this because when I was shooting, I like to get my hand as high up into that tail as I can when I'm shooting a Glock platform. And I don't think I got any slide bite whatsoever. And I'll typically get slide bite. I got like a little bit of a decent callus going. Does it look like a callus? Like I've had it to where I've gotten slide bite on just about every Glock I've shot. I've even gotten slide bite when shooting a Glock 18, really carved in there, but thanks to all that callusing there, it was like NBD. So kind of, fun fact. But I want to give them mad props for that as well, because the way the grip is set up, it really was not, even as close as I am with my skin right there, it just did not interact with it whatsoever. So give them props for that. It's actually pretty impressive. It's a pretty impressive handgun for how much it costs. Like it's pretty freaking sick. And another thing I'll give them props on is it actually looks good. So when we think of something this cheap, we wouldn't think of it having a decent aesthetic or a good aesthetic.
You think of a fucking high point.
It does have a good look to it. I mean, the lines, the cuts, the front serrations, the rear serrations, the cuts in the slide, it give it a good look. Like it has a nice, elegant presentation to it. I'm having a hard time hating on it, is what I'm trying to say. Like I really try and find the negatives of guns that I shoot. I can't really find a lot of negatives on this
because it costs so little.
If this was a gun that was $2,000, I'd say why. This feels like it could be a gun that's just like, okay, cool, rock and roll, you got it, and it's your go-to gun. Like it feels like a much more expensive gun than it really is. That's impressive.
Yes.
That's a really hard thing to pull off, in my opinion, and they did it. So it's wild. PSA has been delivering, and for a long time, they've been a company that's really easy to hate until recently when they're coming out with all this crazy stuff. If anything, I'm mad they don't have it all released yet. Like, I wanted the SMG.
True.
Mad props to them, man. It really is impressive. Holster integration, something we are all questioning.
Glock.
Weird little train of thought incoming. So the holster I'm running is Fireland holster, and the gun is very tight in that holster in particular. Now, is this an issue if this is your duty gun, duty holster? No, because chances are if you actually rock a duty holster, you're probably not going to be rocking a PSA dagger, unless you're maybe some sort of private security and you have to supply your own gun and you wanted to cheap out and you bought a PSA dagger, then you got a Safariland. Possibility of you running a dagger in your Safariland exists. If you're someone that's paid to carry a gun, like law enforcement agency,
it's me. It's me. He's talking about me. I run a dagger in my Safariland.
Military, chances are you're not running a dagger. It's a little bit tight. I haven't tried the gun with other inside the waistband holsters because I am running a Mod Lite PL350 on here. The Mod Lite PL350 does not integrate well with other inside the.
At Shutterstock, we know you have creating to do. A story, a campaign.
These goddamn ads need to get fucked. I'm about to stop watching YouTube now. It's almost as bad as pop-ups in games.
I'm not going to everyday carry this as my go-to handgun just because I have so many other options that I like already, but I'm mainly showing it off to you guys.
I am a poor. I don't have other options.
So take it with a grain of salt. I'm a dude on the internet. I'm not real. I'm in your screen. I only exist in your YouTube feed. So there's that. I'm kind of real, okay? Like, I'm real to me, but technically in the great simulation, how do you know I'm real? Now, the trigger I actually found to be pretty freaking enjoyable for the dagger trigger. It feels very familiar in the terms of a Glock trigger, at least to me it does. It's got a little bit of that weird bendy look up front for like a safety actuation, so you can't, if you're not activating that lower part of the trigger, it's not gonna go off. But you have to activate the little guy down there to really get going. The pull,
I hated that. I didn't like it at all.
Feels familiar like a Glock trigger that we all know and love. So I will give him props in that sense because I know a lot of guys have thousands and thousands of rounds on, just a stock Glock trigger. I'm one of them, and I am very familiar with the stock Glock trigger. And it's a comfy, happy place. It's a safe space on the flat range when you're pulling a Glock trigger. When I do the dry fire, because the dot's loose, It's like, when you do the click. Wish my screw didn't come loose. Crazy. I was crazy once. What if I got tired of filming?
They locked me in a room.
What if one
A
day I
rubber
came
room.
onto YouTube and I was tired and I was like, you know what, guys, I'm not talking about the PSA dagger today, and I just roll on the TV and we just watch Saving Private Ryan. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe right now. All right, nerd out time. If I really think about it, if I really think about why I love the PSA dagger, is it lets me live out my warlord fantasies. And this is a little bit of a trend and a topic I've talked about here and there when it comes to economic guns on the channel, and especially with PSA, because now I can truly arm the masses with my capability, right? If I was, say, jockeying for a warlord position when the, great dodgeball match in the sky starts, say if I had 10, 20, 30 PSA daggers, I could essentially equip almost a platoon, maybe, let's just say 40. If I had 40 daggers, I could equip a platoon of guys with a sidearm, as well as they could probably have some sort of economic rifle. PSA making blim rifles that are pretty good, around $400-500, and that would be pretty scary. A bunch of riflemen with sidearms, that's pretty standard gun guy loadout here in America in 2024. It's kind of expected, right? Helmet, plate carrier, battle belt, sidearm, rifle. That's kind of the go-to norm for a lot of guys. Everyone kind of has that now. And if you could do that, you could potentially set yourself up for a nice spot in the warlord sector until, of course, a bigger and better warlord that was able to trick his guys out with, say, Glock 18s. I don't know. Now we're really reaching here, grasping at straws. Okay, ultimately, big takeaway, PSA dagger, great for the price point. I really think there's something going on here. I'm very impressed by how it shot, how it felt,
Aliens.
how it ran. And I think it could be a great economic option for you if you are balling on a budget, or if you just want a backup gun and
Alright, guys, I'm gonna end stream there. I appreciate everyone that stopped by. Hope you all have a great day. And I will be back tomorrow. I'm probably not gonna play Tarkov. I honestly believe I'm done with the game. You can't play for an hour without seeing a cheater. It's ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. Thank you to Ayla for the follow. Legend. Hope everyone has a good afternoon and or day, depending on where you are.